So this is my first time I'm ever seeing it.
All right.
Oh my, hello you.
Do you want a coffee, Mark?
No, I'm in great shape, thank you.
How can I put it? Without being bloody lethal. So all of this would be horsehair.
Yeah. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's a very cool look. It's not the warmest of days in England, but you can see one of the country's most impressive cathedrals back there, right next to St. Mary's Guildhall, where we're doing our work on the monument. Lincoln has some old buildings, and that cathedral is super impressive. But this is the second oldest building in Lincoln, and this is where we are working on the monument. Some tooling. Ryan's just making me up a bacon sandwich right now.
Yeah. Extra crispy.
You've been inside near the forge or something? Yeah. Well, you get used to it, don't you?
Outside of the forge.
Oh, outside on the forge. But you get used to the...
Oh, the joys of working in England. All right, strongman. That is an 89 centimeter wheel. So here's the jig that holds the wheel and the hub in space. In the end, what you get is one of these. It's kind of legit, no? Now that we know where the hub is located in space by the other side, we can add the spokes to this side. That is a big screw, my friend. We have Axel. Okay, some of you has asked to see the dungeon where we are working. This is actually the second oldest building in Lincoln, and it also is a gym. It's not my home of Venice Beach, but it's close. This is British. This is British Venice Beach. Many of you don't know this, but Stevens was originally a bicycle manufacturer, and Christopher, who owns the car now, describes it properly as two bicycles with a bed frame between them. And we're trying to make sure that the fork is really perfectly straight as we go and do the double fork front, which is kind of unique to this car. This is the inner fork that we're doing now. We couldn't use round tubing because it has to have a real bicycle look. You can see that that's oval tubing there.
Which that wasn't clearly not the case. She says, look, it's not comfortable into the job, we have to get rid of it, then we get rid of it.
Right, we're going to go take two. If this doesn't work, I'm going to throw something to the grass.
So what's really tricky is to get this all at the proper angle before we commit to any other physical parts. I want to see the tool. So down there is the Chesterfield button recess is achieved by putting this on this, and then it's located by this ball on this arm. It comes to an end right there, and then we hammer it. We're working on the back twisting now. We're used to back in the 1890s was someone putting them together on a frame and then attaching a 2-liter engine to the back of it and propelling you at a good 45 miles an hour. All right, so we have John Herford in the house, and he has brought us the most amazing thing. I saw this at that coffee shop and I thought, who hath done this? Oh, all right, are you ready?
Clevedon cars about 1900, this is.
Oh,
Okay, let's see.
so John Herford is an architect and
Makes
okay.
these cards.
Sorry, let's hold that up to the camera real quick. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Can you believe that, babe?
Oh, it's amazing. Look at the clock tower and the cars. And
Well done.
Stevens, that's so great. Oh.
I can't believe it. It's just so amazing.
So you designed that?
It took me quite a while.
Oh.
Every year it does. Yeah, it takes me a long time.
Okay, so here's a little update on the progress of the car, which is in no way a cheap advertisement for the new bobble hat, which is keeping me so warm out here in Lincoln. So you guys all remember that game Operation that we used to play when we were kids? Well, right now, that's what Ryan is doing. He's trying to get in between these plates without touching them. Now, what are these plates? Ryan is recreating the radiator from the original car, and this jig that's been created helps him do it. Now, he has Phil Wright's Brunel engraving steel plates that were CAD cut, and they get to go in here and get aligned in this little jig thanks to James Joplin's, whose great-grandfather, Edmund, supplied the wood on the original car back in 1897. That looks amazing. I'd like to say something about Richard Stevens and the environment and how we are making this replica. Back when Stevens built this car, he had 5 workers, including himself, and he used only locally sourced materials, and he built a car that would last 127 years and is still running today. Now, when we think about the amount of waste we generate and the amount of materials that we use from all over the globe to make a car today, this is an incredible achievement for sustainability. And I know it sounds funny, but when it comes to making parts for the car, we reuse and recycle. Although she's in pieces right now for this video, you can see that the car is nearly complete and that it does come apart so that it can be galvanized and so it can go to Amatec for a marine coating that will be impervious to the environment we live in Clevedon. All right, just want to show how the radiator came out. We're still working on it, but it is starting to look very much like the original and at home with the body, which itself is nearing completion. If anything's true about the two of us, is that we're both passionate about the environment. And that is why we reuse and recycle. Notice these fire extinguishers, which are now being repurposed to become radiator puke canisters, and also to be for the exhaust. This is going to be the muffler, which you guys call a silencer in this country. Today we got on the tailgate, the side mud flaps, the step plate. You can also see that the interior is now finished. And it does not look like the 8017 that they originally painted. This looks much deeper.
It's a proper seat. Some people are so clever, aren't they?
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
I hate things with Anna.
Yeah. It's funny, it's like bicycle forks there.
Yeah. That's what they say, look like two
Yeah.
bikes next to each other.
Yeah.
Come out right, doesn't it?
Sorry?
Come out right.
Oh yeah.